Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are going to be watching the video from. This is your friend again, Okwemi Steven, in the School of Learning and Development. I do hope you are having an amazing time today. Okay, so today I will be definitely talking about how to associate Microsoft 365 group with Teams in SharePoint. Okay, so how you can associate your Microsoft 365 group with Teams in SharePoint environment. Okay, so now what is this Microsoft 365 tool? We all know that the Microsoft 365 are the core membership and permission system that powers collaboration across Outlook, SharePoint, Teams, Planner, and the likes. Okay, so we know that the Microsoft 365 is also a service that bundles permissions so users can instantly access shared tools without manual configuration. Okay, so when you add someone to a group, they automatically gain access to all connected resources in that particular group. Okay, and this your Microsoft 365 group, when you create it, is automatically provision. It's going to automatically have a shared resource, which is your communication and planning, which I did mention earlier on, the Outlook, and then we have the content and collaboration, which we have the SharePoint, and then we also have the Microsoft Teams. Okay, the Microsoft Teams. Now, what does that simply mean? Is that when you create a group in Microsoft 365 or in your exchange admin. Okay, so immediately you create that group is associated with your Microsoft Teams. Okay, and that enables you for so that you can have chat, you can collaborate with people in that particular group. Okay, but in a case where you create a group and that particular Teams is not enabled, you did not enable it. Okay, so how can you do that? Does that now mean that you have to delete that particular group and then go and recreate it again? No, you can simply go to your SharePoint environment and then add that and then associate that Microsoft Teams to that particular group. Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can achieve that. Okay, now as you all know, this is my admin environment, and which is known as the admin.cloud.microsoft. Okay, now when you come to this your admin environment here, now I'm going to create the group. Okay, so you come to this place where you have your teams. Okay, you come here where you have your teams and groups. Click on teams and groups. So when you click on that, you now come up here and click on your groups. Click on groups, and then you come up here, you have the teams and Microsoft 365 group. Can you see that now? So they are always work together. So which means that when you create a Microsoft 365 group, Teams will be associated to it. Okay, but in a case where Teams is now not associated to that group, okay, maybe let me say, let's say for example, you mistakenly untick that particular option and you don't know what it means, and later in future you now feel that, oh, I need this group to have a Teams to be associated with, or with Teams. So you can simply go and what, enable that Teams back instead of deleting that particular group and recreating it again. Okay, so you come up here. Now when you come up here, you come up here and click on your add a Microsoft 365 group. Okay, add a Microsoft 365. Here you come up here and give it a name. Okay, so I'm just going to give this group a name. Okay, so let me just give it the floor engineers. So I'm going to give it a group, and then I will give it let me say floor IT support engineers. Okay, so that is the name of that group. Okay, now I'm just put my description there. So you come up here and you click on your next. When you click on your next, then you add a owner to that particular group. Okay, so you add owners to that group. So I'll add myself as the owner of that group. Yeah, I'll come up here. Oh, sorry. Now I'll add myself to that. I'll click on add, and then you come up here and click on your next. Now, when you click on your next here, you now come up here and add members to that group. Okay, so here I'll just choose members. Let me just choose members randomly. So let me just click on that and I click on your add. So I've added members to that particular group. Okay, and then I'll click on next. Now here you give it an email address. So here I can give it that same floor. Let me just paste that. Yeah, floor IT. Just make it no space there. Make sure you don't have space. Okay. I'll just give it that as the email, and then I'll come up here and make it as private. Okay, so you can decide to make it private or public depending. Now when you now do that, now here you can see here you say you can not add teams to a role associable assignable groups. Okay, now here if you come up here now, if I untick this place, now you have add teams, add Microsoft Teams to your group. Now if I untick that option, maybe let's say for example you are creating that group and you just untick that option, and then in future you now feel that you need this Microsoft Teams. Okay, and already the group has been created, members have been added to that group already. Okay, so what you need to do, you don't need to delete it. I'm going to show you how you can associate that group back with Teams. Okay, now I've unticked that. If I click on my next and click on my now before I create that group, okay, let me click on create. I'll just create the group. I'll create the group. Now the group has been created for me. Okay. Now if you come up here now, if you come up here and open your Teams environment, I'm just gonna open my Teams environment. This is not my Teams admin, just my um normal Teams environment. Okay, now when you open your Teams here, now if you come up here, that group I created is not here. Why? Because of what? Is not associated with what? With Teams. So you can see that it's not populated here for me at all. Okay, you can see that it's not populated here. Now, so if I wanted to show here, then I must associate what? That group with what? With Teams. Okay, now how do you do that? Let's go back to our admin environment. I'll click on close. Now the group has been created for me. Now the same way, if you come up here now, if you come to your, okay, if you come up here, you come to your SharePoint environment. Come up here and go to your SharePoint admin. Come up here and click on your SharePoint. Okay, click on your SharePoint. Now, so this will now take you to the SharePoint admin environment where I'm going to now associate that group with Teams. Okay, because you can see that I untick that particular option, but later I now felt that is needed. Okay, so how do you do that? You now come up here and click on your active site, because every group you create, okay, every group you create, a site is also created with that group. Okay, a site is also provisioned with that group. Okay, so you come up here, you click on your active site. Here you now look for that group we created, and this is the group we created, floor IT support engineers. Okay, so I'll click on that particular group. Now if you click on here now, if you look at this particular group here now, this Teams development team, you can see that there is a Teams associated to this one. Is showing there with the icon of Teams. Said this site is connected to what? To Microsoft Word Teams. Okay, but this one here is blank. There is a dash there because of what is not connected to it. Okay, so now I'll click on that. Once you click on this, okay, once you click on that, now you come up here and you now see here. Here is asking you, say, will you like to add Microsoft Teams to this group? Can you see that it's asking you, will you like to what? To add what? Microsoft Teams to this group. Okay, why? Why is it asking you? Because that particular group is not associated with your Microsoft Teams, and now you need it. Okay, so all you just need to do is to click on what? Add Teams, and then it's going to ask you, said add Microsoft Teams to this group. Group membership will be able to collaborate together in Microsoft Teams. You can manage advanced Teams settings in Microsoft Teams Admin Center. Okay, so I'll click on my add. Now, once you do that, now this particular group will now be associated with what? With your Microsoft Teams. Okay, so let's wait for it. Now you can see now you have added a Teams to this group. Okay, now we have added a Teams to. Now I'll now refresh. Okay, after some time you should be able to see that Teams logo on this particular um group, okay, because of what we have now what associated what that group with what with our Microsoft Teams, okay. So at times you can refresh to see it, but it's already working now. There's Teams associated to that group automatically. This might probably take time to show, but now if I go back to this place here now on my Teams here, if I come up there, I scroll down, now I'll look for that particular group. Now can you see that now? You can see before it was not showing here. You can see now. Now you can see you have the Floor IT Support Engineers group. You can see now. Click on that. Now here they can now come and collaborate. Click on General. Then here they can now collaborate, they can now chat, post things on that particular channel. Okay, so this is how you can one associate what your Microsoft Teams to your Microsoft 365 word group, okay, in your SharePoint environment. Okay, so you can see that. So in a case where you need that and you maybe you don't know what you're doing, you just untick that option, okay, and then in the future you now feel that, oh, I need this. Why is it not showing? How come I'm not having teams? How come there's no teams? This group is not having teams. All you just need to do is to go to your SharePoint and then add that particular teams to that group. Okay, so this is how you can associate your Microsoft Teams to your Microsoft 365 group. Okay, so I remain your friend Okwemi Steven in the School of Learning and Development. If this is your first time of coming through this video, thank you for taking your time to watch this video. I remain your friend Okwemi Steven in the School of Learning and Development. I want you to encourage me to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Click on that bell notification, subscribe to it, and I want to appreciate all my subscribers. Thank you for always taking out your time to watch my video. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much. I will see you in some other video. Bye bye for now.